The Treaty of Fort Wise of 1861 was a treaty entered into between the United States and 6 chiefs of the Southern Cheyenne and 4 of the Southern Arapaho Indian tribes. A significant proportion of Cheyennes opposed this treaty on the grounds that only a minority of Cheyenne chiefs had signed, and without the consent or approval of the rest of the tribe. Different responses to the treaty became a source of conflict between whites and Indians, leading to the Colorado War of 1864, including the Sand Creek Massacre. Treaty of Fort Laramie. By the terms of the 1851 Treaty of Fort Laramie between the United States and various tribes including the Cheyenne and Arapaho, the Cheyenne and Arapaho were recognized to hold a vast territory encompassing the lands between the North Platte River and Arkansas River and eastward from the Rocky Mountains to western Kansas. This area included present-day southeastern Wyoming, southwestern Nebraska, most of eastern Colorado, and the westernmost portions of Kansas. However, the discovery in November 1858 of gold in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado brought on a gold rush and a consequent flood of white emigration across Cheyenne and Arapaho lands. Colorado territorial officials pressured federal authorities to redefine the extent of Indians' treaty lands, and in the fall of 1868, B. Greenwood, Commissioner of Indian Affairs, arrived at Bent's New Fort along the Arkansas River to negotiate a new treaty. Treaty of Fort Wise. On February 18, 1861, 6 chiefs at Bent's old fort at Big Timbers near what is now Lamar, Colorado, recently leased by the U.S. government and renamed Fort Wise, in which they ceded to the United States most of the land designated to them by the Fort Laramie Treaty. The Cheyenne chiefs were Black Kettle, White Antelope, Lean Bear, Little Wolf, Tall Bear, and Left Hand. The Arapaho chiefs were Little Raven, Storm, Shaved Head, and Big Mouth. The new reserve, less than 1/13 the size of the 1851 reserve, was located in eastern Colorado along the Arkansas River between the northern boundary of New Mexico and Sand Creek. Some bands of Cheyenne, including the Dog Soldiers, a militaristic band of Cheyennes and Lakotas that had evolved beginning in the 1830s, were angry at those chiefs who had signed the treaty, disavowing the treaty and refusing to abide by its constraints. They continued to live and hunt in the bison-rich, becoming increasingly belligerent over the tide of white immigration, along which whites had opened a new trade. Cheyennes opposed to the treaty said that it had tried, that the signatories had not understood what they signed. The whites, however, claimed the treaty was a solemn Colorado War and the beginning of the American Civil War in March 1862, the Coloradans, following the battle, the 1st Regiment of Colorado Volunteers, Chivington and Colorado Territorial Governor John Evans. A continuing escalation led to the Colorado War of 1864 to 1865. On November 29, 1864, troops under Chivington attacked a peaceful Cheyenne and Arapaho camp at Sand Creek on the reserve established for them under the Treaty of Fort Wise. This event became known as the Sand Creek Massacre.